Gam Ganapati Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Brahma Mera Stiparan Takare Panushashi Bamisato Budasha Gurusha Shukra Shani Rahu Keteva Sarvigraha Shantikara Bhavantu. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Hrim Shukraya Namaha. Gracious Father, cast out all the lies and the darkness. Bring the light in, and may love reign supreme in this forecast for now and for always. Amen. So, this is me. This is Cosmic Kev 100, folks. Welcome to your weekly horoscope. Lately, it's been going from Wednesday to Tuesday. And so this will be for Wednesday, August 13th through the 19th of August. So, what's going on here this week? Well, one thing that's happening is in the sidereal zodiac, by Saturday morning, the sun will be in sidereal Leo. So it's still in Cancer in the sidereal zodiac. Of course, it's Leo time, seasonal, tropical astrology. It's Leo period. But what we'll be seeing is there'll be this change after the 16th. People are going to be taking more action. They'll be working on their dharma. They'll be working on their higher life purpose. And part of the beginning part of Leo in Vedic astrology is the Magha Nakshatra, which is about ancestors, and it's about your royal purpose and how you affect matter in the world and how that's going to change. And so where we are as far as the lunar thing goes, I mean, the moon is in the constellation of Pisces in Ravati for Wednesday the 13th, and that's the last part of Pisces, which would symbolized by the two fish going in two different directions. And it's also symbolized by maps, hotels, places of hospitality, calendars, so crossroads, timekeepers. This is like we're kind of just finishing things off here this week. Now, I know we're on a waning moon cycle too, so we're just kind of like releasing things right now, letting go of things. And Ravati's ruled by Mercury, and Wednesday's a Mercury ruled day, so it's kind of a powerful Mercury day. Mercury's direct now, so communication should be getting better. We should be starting to feel a loosening up of that. Of course, you know, Saturn's still retrograde, and I think Pluto and Neptune are as well. And the retrograde planets are always closer to the Earth. Okay, so in Western astrology, we've got an Aries moon on Wednesday. And so the moon is with Saturn and Neptune, and, you know, or has been. And so since Mars in Western astrology is in Libra, there's a, you know, the Mars and Saturn have been opposing each other. And so there's just a lot of times that heightens conflict. And in two cardinal signs, you'd expect there'd be a lot of motivation around that. So, but peace is always possible. You know, Mars in Libra is like, God, I want to have everybody get along, be in balance. Saturn in Aries is like, well, we have established things, but since we're in the sign of Aries, maybe we should let the young people move over. Maybe we should try something a little bit different. So we're in this place where we're about to see a lot of change as far as I can see. So that's, there's my beginning rant to this week's horoscope. And we're going to go sign by sign now in the Western zodiac, according to your sun sign, but more importantly, your rising sign, if you know that. And second most important would be your moon sign, if you know that. If you don't know moon sign and rising sign and the sun sign's all you got, then that's all you got. So, greetings, Aries. Sometimes they say the seventh house is the house of open enemies. And so you may be receiving some flack or some feedback about something that you did that may not have met the grade on everybody's radar or wherever their personal thing is. And so you kind of live for conflict in some ways too. You like the challenge. So I'm not expecting this to be a negative thing for you, but at the same time, what I'm seeing is that in order to have peace, you have to make agreements and there has to be some kind of compromise. Now, Leo time is a wonderful time for you. Mercury and Sun together, you've got some great creative ideas coming on. Hey, put them in practice. I'm looking forward to seeing them. All right. And greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope. So, a lot of this has to do with your home life, your family situation in a lot of ways, and how do we make it more functional. Also, this could be a time where you're trying to sell fixed assets, make a little bit of extra money on the side. And people you love in your community, in your neighborhood, you're getting in touch with those people. If you have a sister, your sister is probably more important at this time. That's something to consider too as we go through the week. And the other thing I'd say, Moon, Saturn, Neptune, all in the 12th house. You kind of have to have other people watching your back for you because there's a lot of things you don't see. There may be a little bit of loss that you have to deal with. And so just, compassion. All right. Greetings, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. The twins, the communicator, I communicate is your key phrase. Mercury's in the second house. Second house rules your mouth, actually. It rules the lower face, the neck. What you say is being heard. It also has to do with money, the second house, so economic things. For people that were really upset about the stock market a couple of months ago, now they're thrilled. Things are going up. It's just, I always think, get out there, be in nature. Water. Life should flow like water. And Mercury's in your third house, so your communication should be good. I mean, Venus and Jupiter in your second house. So more money, more luxury, more good times. I mean, I think the thing you have to watch out for is overspending. And but beyond that, I think you're in the right place. You're gaining information, you're improving relationships with siblings, you might be doing some writing, some journaling, all of this helps. Greetings, Cancer, welcome to your horoscope. Okay, so, here you are, Sun's in the second house, and Mercury's there too. So this should help your communication, this should help your relationship with your family to some extent. You got Jupiter and Venus in the first house. I mean, how awesome is that? That should bring a lot of blessings right now. So if nothing else, start a gratitude journal. If things aren't going that well for you or you don't notice it, and this is how most of us are as humans, we only notice things when they're upsetting us, that they get our attention. When things are going great, it's like, I can relax now. We don't care as much. And when you're on a better cycle, when things are working, your health, your ability, your wealth, your ability to communicate, your ability to see things, take advantage of it. Nothing lasts forever. There's some tension in the workplace that you may have to overcome, and tension at home that you're going to have to look at. And that's okay. I mean, I think sometimes it's just a matter of hammering down nails, getting rid of household hazards so that, you have a better home life. Okay. Greetings, Leo. Welcome to your horoscope and happy birthday. I want to wish my friend Franklin LaRose a happy birthday. I believe he's turning 53 on the 16th, so Happy birthday to you, Robert Dresden, turning 70 on the 14th. Happy birthday to you. Let's see. Other people having birthdays this week. There's a lot of you, and I'm wishing you all the best. So I mean, this is your new start time. This is your astrological season, and this is when it gets deeper into Leo, when it matches the sidereal zodiac, by Saturday. So there's this sort of appreciation, and there's this walking with this knowledge that ancestors have made sacrifices and have helped you. And so it's important to acknowledge that. It's also, changes in relationships and how you look at relationships because of Pluto being in the seventh house, opposing Leo. One thing I thought was interesting about, Pluto is like Pluto, Uranus, and Mars are all just kind of like hyper masculine planets, all in air sign. Air is a more masculine element, but they're kind of at peace with each other, and so avoiding nuclear conflict, creating peace, and also acknowledging that there is an intelligence, an active side to masculine energy that we probably need in the world. And this is a time where that could be facilitated a little more easily. And so you've got the mindset, you've got the heart into it. And, because Mars is in your third house, this actually is a Karaka, an activator of the third house. You're getting more courage. I like seeing that. Okay, greetings, Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope. So for Virgo, Leo season is really kind of lay low because you don't always know who's got your back or what's behind you. And so I think it's important to take some deep breaths and chill out. Mercury being in Cancer, in Leo is like there's messages in dreams, so pay attention to your dreams, pay off bills, let go of what isn't working and fix what needs to be fixed so that you get a nice fresh start when August 22nd hits and the sun moves into Virgo in Western astrology. But things should start shifting a little bit more in your favor. I'd say be peaceful in your speech, avoid aggression, avoid confrontation right now, just because it's not really the best time for that. And there's always at times in our life people that have high motivation but maybe no grounding into what they want, shadowy people that we're in a relationship with. There's a lot of deep transformation going on, and Wednesday won't be any exception for you, and so just paying attention to your spiritual life, saying prayers, sending out donations. These are the best things Virgo can do right now. And, just enjoy your people that do love you, because there's really good people that have your back. And there's some exciting things happening in your career life on the horizon. Well, hello, Libra, and welcome to your horoscope. So, Mars in the first house makes you motivated. Here, the indecisive sign of Libra is in this place where it's a little more single-minded, it's a little more motivated, it's a little more able to accomplish what it needs to accomplish right now. That's a gift. That's important to look at. Now, Venus and Jupiter in the midheaven. So things in your career, at work, should be going very well. There's excitement through travel. This can be seen through Uranus in the ninth house, Pluto in the fifth house, and the fact that Mars is in your first house. You're kind of ready to go. And you're less afraid than you've ever been. You have a kind of courage. There's sort of like this bulletproof Libra moon, Libra rising, Libra sun image right now that kind of comes before me. So be grateful for what's working. In your relationship house, if they don't have discipline and goals, and they don't have a spiritual life, and they don't have emotional sensitivity, I'd probably stay away. Yeah. So we're looking for people with goals, discipline. We're looking for people with a spiritual aesthetic. And we're looking for people that are sensitive enough to bring up kindness. Okay. Greetings, Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope. So, for you, Leo time is about performance, like how you perform your karma in the world. What are you doing that's good? What are you doing to heal the planet? This is why I say to people, I said like last week, it's best not to go to anti-protest. You need something pro, like I'm pro working this out. I'm pro peace. I'm pro racial harmony. I'm pro housing for people that haven't been able to get housing. I'm pro ecology for the improvement of the planet. Isn't that a lot better than just being anti pollution? It's because it puts on our shoulders a responsibility to make something positive that's going to actually work. And with Jupiter and Venus in the ninth house, there are some loving gifts coming to you that you're not even aware of, but like things are actually going to get better for Scorpio, and some of it is going to involve discipline, making donation, as you give, so shall you receive. That's important to note that. And, Pluto, just your house is changing, your family life is changing, and, the universe is giving you some support with that. I wouldn't worry too much, but it's a lot of transformation right now, and there's a little bit of like impatience, and maybe someone doesn't have your back. Just don't worry. Just calm down. Just keep plugging away. That's the best you can do. All right. Greetings, Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope. So Jupiter with Venus, the two gurus together, the two benefics together. And they're in your eighth house of transformation. So you're actually pretty good at asking people for help, because I see you as okay. I mean, there's some of you that's all you do. There's not a lot of you like that, but that's kind of the opportunistic Sag. It's like, oh, well, I need this, and try not to do too much. And if you've been doing that, if you see that in yourself, help other people. That will change the whole feeling of everything, and spend more time in prayer, spend more time in working on your spiritual life, discovering things, having an open mind, questioning things. And there is, like, if you're involved in some kind of hyper political organization, things, you're kind of mobilizing for some kind of move, I would just like put like some sort of air of caution around this, because these are not normal times. But overall, like, good fortune seems to be with you, and everything will, come out in the wash and be balanced. All right. Greetings, Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. Well, you're looking good in the career place. Mars is in your 10th house. That's a good placement for that. And that was kind of considered. I mean, it's not like when Mars is in Capricorn, that's an exalted Mars. But, relationship-wise, look at this. Venus and Jupiter in the 7th house. So things should be going pretty good in the relationship area. I feel that. And it's just, what it really comes down to is just more love. Sometimes it's hard for people to ask for things, and maybe it's okay to say no, but maybe you've said no too many times, and it's time to give a little bit more. Improving your house, dealing with the limits in your own house, and helping clean that up. And this isn't Leo time, as a lot of other people's energy. It's really not so much your own. So once again, more of the prayer and meditative perspective is what's going to move things more so in your favor, especially when you're hanging out with other people that are more spiritual. That's going to help you too. And it's not just spiritual, it's like open to ultimate compassion. Do they love Jesus? Do they appreciate Mary bringing Jesus? Do they appreciate Mary Magdalene? Do they appreciate saints? Do they appreciate Moses or King David? Or do they appreciate Buddha? Do they appreciate Lakshmi or Vishnu? What is it that they appreciate, and how is it being manifest? Hmm. Well, greetings, Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope. So I always think like whenever Pluto's in the first house position, a lot of insights come. Sometimes people have said, other astrologers say it gives you X-ray vision, helps you see through things. Um, it does. It gives you a bigger perspective because it's kind of like being in the helicopter over a parade. You see where the parade begins and you see where it ends. You know, it's a far out there planet. Now, things aren't crystal clear when we're seeing things at a distance, and so it's like that with Pluto as well. The other thing is, you know, the whole mythos in the Greek is about Persephone being taken down to Hades and returns kind of like a different person after that experience. So there are things that happen, and some things were lost, while new things were gained, and this is part of Pluto's dance. Now, communication, siblings, neighborhood limits, those are things you're working on right now. Relationships, you know, relationships are big for Aquarius during Leo time. And right now it looks like your heart is in it, your communication is good, you're ready for some travel and for some adventure, and maybe just helping serve others in a different, unconventional way might actually add to the spice of things. Well, greetings, Pisces, and welcome to your horoscope. So, Mars in the eighth house can leave us feeling impatient or maybe it's hyper vigilant about what other people are doing with our money, our resources, or things that we don't necessarily have control over because we've relinquished it or someone else has relinquished it. And that can be kind of difficult. Jupiter and Venus being in the fifth house are absolutely lovely. It's like, hey, I'm in my heart. I feel better about my kids than I've ever felt about them. I'm feeling like there's this amazing wave of hope coming on. And you know, Sun being in Leo is not the easiest for Pisces because it's about hard work and it's about critical analysis and it's about serving other people and helping others. And sometimes people who are open enemies that don't totally feel your vibe will come out of the woodwork during this kind of transit. I think, you know, there's a lot of regeneration. There's some things, limits in your own family with your own finances that you're really having to work on right now. And I believe that they're going to be resolved. I mean, the best news is the Jupiter and Venus in the fifth house. Just stay in your heart. Be creative. These things are working for you. And you've got something to give. You've got a heart of generosity and love and all the beautiful colors and imagination you show. Just keep bringing that. Things will be good. Hey, thank you for joining me for another week. Cosmic Kev, the Cosmic Forecast, Cosmic Kev 100. Please subscribe. Please share it with a friend. Hit the bell notification. I love your comments. Shant, thank you for that. Nicole, thank you. Kiki, thank you. Wordsley, thank you. John and Colleen, I love you. Looking forward to all my people being in a place that feels comfortable, that feels blessed, and is activating your best qualities. Looking forward to hear from you. If you do want a reading, you can Venmo me, or if you want a donation at Cosmic Kev, Venmo at Cosmic Kev, and look forward to being with you next week. Namaste. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat.